Hello, it's Neil Romanic. Could it be that we are actually live streaming now to LinkedIn? I've been trying this for a few weeks now, trying to live stream directly to LinkedIn from my software here, and it's just not been working. It's just, oh, that's not connected. This isn't, although we've changed, LinkedIn has changed its settings and all kinds of stuff, but I think it may be happening now, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, just wanted to give you the weekly roundup here from AU. If you're new to AU, AU is a publishing company run by me, Neil Romanic, and based in London. And what we do is we try to help the creative industries get through the challenges ahead to create something new and better, to create a creative ecosystem or a creative sector that thrives, that's independent, that is innovative, that is prosperous, and that serves its audiences and its creators in the best possible way. We believe that there are changes afoot. There's a lot of change in the air, across the board, technologically, politically, socially, creatively, and the creative industries need to think creatively to get through this patch into something new, something brand new. We don't know what that is, but it helps to talk about it and to share ideas and come up with some vision of where things might go. And they can go anywhere. They can go where you want them to go. Just have to work together. Anyway, this week, what have we got going this week? So this week we published another section of our conference, Content Defense Summit conference that we had over the summer. Published another installment of that, and this was a discussion among smaller production companies and tech providers for those companies about how to secure content and how to keep your workflows safe and secure so that you can engender confidence and trust in those customers that you might have. And these are small companies who might be, working on podcasts or corporate films, or you might be doing, in the case of, one of the companies we talked to, Simply Thrilled, they were doing video for the NHS, National Health Service in the UK, as well as working on a feature film and doing really variety of types of content, which you do now if you're a production company. You may be working on an ad, you may be working on some podcasts, you may be working on some corporate stuff, you may be working on your own cool little project. A lot of these different things and a lot of these different buckets mean that you're opening yourself up to the attack surface is wider for hacking, for cyber attack, for losing files, for getting files mixed up, and so you have to be on top of how to keep things secure. So it's a really cool conversation, and really great to just kind of get the on the ground experience from from a couple of companies who are really working in these circumstances. So check that out on our YouTube page, and on the not up on the website yet, but it is in the newsletter. I mean, you probably already subscribed to the newsletter, so you probably already got it. But if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, please go ahead and do that, because you get early access to some of these things. But you can go to our YouTube page and get it, and it will be on the website, the AU website, next week probably. So that is happening. Also coming up is, and there's something in the news about this as well. There's a new investigation, from taking a bit of a darker turn here, investigation by the BBC a week or so ago, 4 women accusing Jared Leto, of criminal sexual conduct when they were teenagers. And there's a whole list of accusations against Jared. I don't think any of them have actually gone to court yet, so it's still accusation, innocent until proven guilty, but it's a pretty long list of accusations. It would be odd if that long list of people were all just making stuff up. And it brings up again and again, we see this this idea of abuse and abuse of power and harassment and assault in some cases throughout industries, but just looking at our creative industries, that happens again and again, and we see it happening again and again, and there's an awareness that that can't happen in a vacuum. Those kind of things don't just like happen and nobody else knows about it. How did we know? We couldn't have known about that. How could we have known about that? No, other people know about it and they just don't say anything. They do anything, or they're afraid of blowback. They're afraid that they'll lose their jobs. They're afraid that, they'll piss off Jared Leto's agents or whatever. There's a system in place that tends to, like it or not, support abusers because it's to take them to task would potentially endanger business. I think that's probably the bottom line. So the Media Talent Manifesto, run by Carrie Wooten, has just concluded a what's the word? Survey. Yeah, survey, I think we call it. A survey of women in the media industry and their experience in the media workplace, and specifically experience of harassment and other forms of abuse. And that material has been collated, and we at AU are now working with Media Talent Manifesto to put together a report around that. So look forward to the IBC show in September, where Carrie will be talking about some of the findings. And then later on in the year, we'll see what the date is, but we'll be actually releasing a full-on report with some with Media Talent Manifesto. They'll be kind of releasing it first through their platform, but we're supporting them and we're co-producing it. We'll have a full-on report with a lot of other commentary in that report and other materials that will hopefully shed some light on the subject, but also practically for you business fellas out there and ladies. That may be one of the worst things I've ever said. You business fellas and ladies out there. Hey, you're one of them business ladies? You business ladies. You business ladies out there. The law is changing in the UK. The law is changing so that you are liable if there's abuse in your workplace. You, as a business person, that's on you. You're going to take the hit. Other people may take the hit too if there's criminal activity there, but you can't just go as a business, oh boy, that's a bummer, sorry. Ugh. No, you're liable. So that hopefully will be a little bit of a wake-up call to some businesses and media business that have been going, oh, well, it's terrible, terrible thing that happened. Oh, terrible. But what could we do? Because the buck will stop with you at the BBC or Warner Brothers or wherever the heck you are. So that should be a really cool piece of work. We're talking to sponsors now. If you want to sponsor that, get a hold of me or get a hold of Carrie Wooten. I think I can put some of her information on there too, so you'll be able to see it probably below. It's pretty cool. So there's that. That's kind of a big thing going on. Of course, we're preparing for the IBC show. We've got the new issue of the magazine, which is going to come out around IBC time. That's middle of September, September 11th, I think the show kicks off, or 10th, September 11th. Magazine will be there. If you want to get involved, there's a couple weeks left. Still, there are ad spots available and sponsored content and advertorial spots. If you're going to be at the show and you want to promote something, we can help you out with that. We can run an ad. We can do other stuff. We can help you with promotion and your storytelling because we like to companies that we really are into that kind of support the stuff that we're doing that we're aligned with. We really want to try to get their message out as well. We're all about that. So that's it for this week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And talk to you later. Be sure to go to the website, au-works.com. Talk to you later on.